Hello and welcome to this edition of Tech Talk. I am Eddie Ambler and my co-host is...
And I'm Leo Alvarado.
In this session, we will be discussing how to use the Oracle Cloud Notification Service to receive notifications for alerts and events from your Oracle Database Cloud Service. As part of this discussion, we will review the OCI footprint and available Oracle Database Cloud services. And then I will turn it over to my co-host who will discuss how to configure your system to leverage automated notifications for the Oracle Database Cloud services. We will review what topics, subscriptions, and notifications are and how to create them. We will also go over how to create alerts that trigger notifications based on database metrics, such as alerting on resource threshold utilization like high CPU. We will also go over how to create event rules that trigger for notifications based on the occurrence of actions that cause state changes, such as when CPU is being scaled or when patching activities are occurring. We will wrap up this session with a review of how to subscribe to service level announcements for the Database Cloud Service. Now let's get started. Do you know where the Oracle Cloud is available? Oracle continues to grow its cloud footprint and capabilities around the world with more than 72 regions now available. The Oracle Cloud footprint allows its customers to be able to deliver production and DR services and be able to address data sovereignty requirements. The Oracle Cloud addresses the needs of commercial and government customers and provides an open framework to facilitate multi-cloud solutions. You will note that there are 12 regions interconnected for Azure today, with 4 delivering Oracle Database at Azure and 11 more regions planned for this service capability. Now that you know where the Oracle Cloud is available at, a great follow-on question is, what is in the Oracle Cloud that can help to build world-class applications? Application development in the Oracle Cloud is easy. Oracle Cloud Services enable you to build and run a wide range of applications in a scalable, secure, highly available, and high-performance environment. With the Oracle Cloud, developers can build modern applications that use the latest technologies, architectures, and development methodologies. Oracle Cloud makes it fast and easy for developers to get started in minutes versus needing to wait for hours, days, or weeks for environment requests to be fulfilled. Oracle has made developing applications in the Oracle Cloud very easy by enabling developers to continue to leverage the tools they love to use for their development processes. Oracle's second-generation cloud infrastructure is the foundation of the Oracle Cloud. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure is built for anyone that is looking for higher performance, lower costs, and easier cloud migration for their existing on-premise applications. It is open and modern. For DevOps and Agile development, Oracle offers tools for software development lifecycle management such as version control systems and build tools like Maven and Gradle. Oracle Cloud offers a rich set of cloud-native services based on the best of open source, including container-native application solutions like Kubernetes, serverless functions, container registries, and more. Oracle Cloud also provides automation tools like Jenkins, Ansible, Terraform, and cloud automation functions via simple UIs and APIs that allow developers to do things like create gold images of their database and application environments so that the images can be used as part of the cloud automation API calls or as part of their infrastructure as a code deployment. Developers can build any kind of application on the Oracle Cloud and can choose to leverage popular programming languages such as Java, Node.js, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, Go, C#, .NET, and many more, along with frameworks like Micronaut, Helidon, and Spring Boot. They can also use their favorite schema management, container registry, and repository tools. Developers in the Oracle Cloud can choose from multiple cloud database offerings with varying degrees of automation and management, including Oracle Database Cloud Services like Autonomous Database, Exadata Database Service, the Base Database Service, along with MySQL, NoSQL, and open source offerings like PostgreSQL and OpenSearch. Now let's take a look at the Oracle Database Cloud Services. Oracle offers a range of database services in the Oracle Cloud. In general, we can break them down by the scale and performance requirements for the system, and if the system will reside in the Oracle Public Cloud or in a customer data center. In the Oracle Public Cloud, Oracle offers the Base Database Service, which can run the Standard and Enterprise Edition Oracle database, and it allows you the ability to select from single instance or 2-node rack database deployments that can scale up to 128 cores and service up to 100 terabytes for data and Rico. This service runs the same database software as on-premise with a robust set of cloud automation functions tied to it that provides for an easy lift and shift solution to the cloud. When you need more scale or performance, you can choose our Exadata database service, which brings the Exadata platform to the public cloud on dedicated infrastructure. The Base Database Service and the Exadata Database Service are both co-managed services in which Oracle manages the infrastructure and you manage the customer VM hosting the database software and your data. All of the Oracle Database Cloud Services provide you with a robust set of cloud automation functions that enable you to easily conduct the customer VM and database lifecycle management tasks. For those who want a fully managed database experience, you can choose the Autonomous Database that can run on shared or dedicated Exadata infrastructure. The Oracle Database Cloud Service in the public cloud only has a 48-hour minimum term, making it a great cost-effective solution for all workload environments. For example, you can spin up a full-scale prototype of your application, conduct testing, and spin it down when you're done, and only pay for what you use. For those who cannot move to the public cloud due to latency or regulatory compliance, Oracle offers the co-managed Exadata Database Service on Cloud at Customer and the fully managed Autonomous Database on Cloud at Customer. The Oracle Database Cloud Services on Cloud at Customer offer the same management models, cloud economics, and cloud automation as the services in the public cloud, but are deployed in the customer's data center. One of the greatest differentiators of the Exadata platform versus other database platforms is the flexibility it gives you to choose a deployment location. You can run the Exadata database machine on-premise with a traditional CapEx deployment model where you own and manage the complete system and have total flexibility as to how you will manage it. You can also run Exadata in the public cloud with Exadata Cloud Infrastructure, where Oracle manages the infrastructure and you have automation to simplify your management tasks and can leverage a pay-for-use subscription model that can dramatically reduce your costs. Oracle understands that you might have requirements that do not allow you to move your data to the public cloud, so it has developed a hybrid cloud offering called Exadata Cloud at Customer, which allows you to experience all of the benefits of a cloud deployment while keeping all of your data safely inside of your own data center. The Exadata database service in a multi-cloud environment can be connected to your application via a Fast Connect network connection or be utilized natively in Azure with the Oracle Database at Azure offering. Because it's the same Exadata technology in the cloud as on-premise, we can run it everywhere with 100% compatibility and provide a zero downtime migration experience. It is very simple to utilize the Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Web Console to manage the Oracle Database Cloud Services. You can use the navigation menu in the upper left corner to navigate to the database services pages where you can create, manage, and view your cloud database resources. For example, the Exadata database service can be managed from the web console by selecting the Oracle database in the navigation menu. You can then select the deployment model that you want to manage or configure by selecting the Exadata database service on dedicated or Exascale infrastructure in the Oracle Public Cloud or on Exadata Cloud Customer to go to the respective admin pages. Now that you know what the available Oracle Database Cloud services are and how to use the console to manage them, let's now focus on how to configure your system to leverage automated notifications for the Oracle Database Cloud services. Over to you, Leo.
Thank you, Eddie. So before we proceed to the main topic, which is to set up or configure notifications and alerts for database cloud services. So let's just have a quick review on what's the available OCI management interfaces for you to manage your database cloud services. So OCI provides us with a wide choice of management interfaces that can be used with database cloud services. So as you've seen a while ago, so Eddie shared how easy it is for you to navigate using the cloud console, and that any operation that you can do with the web console, you can also do with a corresponding REST API. And that all of the operations interfaces are also exposed via a command line interface that we call OCI CLI that can be used for scripting and building custom tooling. There's also a software development kit that allows you to integrate with common languages such as Java, Python, Ruby, and Go. And if you prefer to manage your infrastructure as code, then you also have Terraform and Ansible interfaces available for you to use. All right, so now that we have seen all the management interfaces available, so let's now explore how we can proactively identify issues and monitor maintenance, or how do we get alerts and notifications from our database cloud services. So let's talk about cloud notifications. So OCI notification service, so it lets you know when something happens with your resources in Oracle Cloud. So OCI notification service, it also enables you to create topics and publish messages to them. So in any notifications that you want to subscribe, you need to have a topic, which is the how you group your notifications. Then subscribers can receive these messages in real time, allowing immediate responsiveness to critical events or state changes to your cloud resources. And the service, it's designed to seamlessly integrate with other cloud infrastructure services, making it straightforward to set up notifications for various event types that they're emitting within your cloud environment. So as you can see here in the diagram, all Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Services, it emits event types, which you can subscribe into, that you can push into a notification topic. And then within your notification, you have a topic and then a subscription, which is your subscriber, and that it gives you the flexibility in notification delivery by supporting multiple delivery protocols, including, of course, your email notification. You can even run a function that you build in OCI when you publish a message. You can send information when publishing a message using HTTPS. You can create PagerDuty incident, or you can send a message to a specific Slack channel, or sends a text message using SMS. Now that we have reviewed the concept of notifications, topics, and subscription, now let's see how easy it is for you to create a notification topic. So on your OCI console, so you just need to navigate to developer services, and then under application integration, just click on notification. When you're in the notification page, you just need to select topics, then create a topic. So a topic, it's just the name of your notification. So just give it a name, give it a description, and then click on create. So after you've created a topic, the next thing that you need to configure is to create a subscription. So under the notifications, go to subscription and click create subscription. Then you need to choose a subscription topic, which the topic that we just have created is the My Demo topic. And then we need to configure the subscription. So you can choose with the different protocols supported. So for this demo, we will be choosing a notification email. So for the subscription, we will choose the email protocol, and then we need to put the email address. So meaning we will get notified using this email address. And once we have created that subscription, it will send you an email confirmation confirming the enrollment of that subscriber. And then when you click on confirm, you'll see that the state of your subscription will become active. Now that we have created a notification publish and subscribe mechanism, now it's time for us to create alerts for database metrics. What are database metrics? So in Oracle Cloud, so there's the Oracle Cloud database metrics. And these metrics are emitted by database service, and that you can use them to monitor the Oracle databases and other components such as your Exadata VM clusters. The metrics for the Oracle Cloud databases help measure useful quantitative data such as CPU, storage utilization, number of successful and failed database logon and connection attempts, database operations, SQL queries, and transactions. And that you can use this metrics data to diagnose and troubleshoot issues. And by using alarms, notifications, and metrics, you can automate and monitor the health and capacity and performance of your database cloud services. Now, for creating set of alarms, so here you can see some of the sample classifications on how you create alarms based on resource behavior. So we have you can create alarms based on resources that are at risk. At risk are resources which are at the risk of becoming inoperable as indicated by a certain metric values. An example of a typical at-risk threshold for, let's say, CPU utilization metric is it could be like any value greater than 80%. And then in that an instance breaching this threshold is at risk of becoming inoperable. Often the cause of this behavior, it could be like one or more applications consuming a high percentage of CPU. Then you can also create an alert for non-optimal example. For non-optimal, resource is performing at non-optimal levels as indicated by a metric value. A sample of a typical non-optimal threshold for CPU utilization for database metric is it could be like in between more than 60 to 80%. And that when the metric values for an instance are within this range, then the instance exceeds the optimal operational range. And that using this example threshold, so you can decide to notify appropriate individual or team that, hey, this application or process is consuming more CPU than usual, or simply you can configure a threshold alarm to notify appropriate contacts like, hey, this database is within already the threshold of 60 to 80% utilization. And that you can set also the notification to email only, like you can direct it to the appropriate developer team, and that you can repeat the notifications every 24 hours if you want to reduce the email notification noise. Then you also have the classification of resource is up or down. For this classification, your resource is either not reachable or not operating. And then A sample typical indicator of resource availability, it could be like a 5-minute absence of a CPU utilization metric. So for this resource is up or down example, like you can decide to notify the operations team immediately, or you can simply create an absence alarm, which will monitor the CPU utilization uh, metric. Now, let's see how you can create a threshold alarm. So on your OCI console, so if you go to observability and management, so under the monitoring, so click on alarm status, and then in the alarm status, click on create alarms. Okay, so you need to define the alarm, so give it a name. So here we will be creating a my database alarm. Now, for the metric description, so you need to choose the compartment and then the metric namespace. For the metric namespace, so you need to select the service or application that emits the metrics for the resources that you want to monitor. So for this example, since we are going to create an alert for a database, then the defined metric for databases, it's OCI underscore database. And then you just need to select the metric name. So here in the metric name, you can choose different metrics under the OCI database metrics. So you have your block changes, CPU utilization, current logons, storage allocated by table space, and storage used by table space. Then you need to need to choose the interval, and then the interval, it's just the aggregation window or the frequency which the data points are aggregated. And then you need to choose a type of a statistic. So whether you want to choose the mean, the rate, the sum, max, min, and count. So after you have selected the metric description, so the next is to choose the metric dimension. For this example, we will be choosing the dimension name of the database resource name. And then once we choose that dimension name, it will list down all the databases under that compartment by their database name. So we will be choosing the MyExaCDB as our target for the dimension value. And then we need to create the trigger rule. Since we will be creating a threshold alarm, for the operator, we can choose the between operator, since our aim is to create an alarm whenever the CPU utilization is between 60% and 80%. You also see here the trigger delay metrics. So this value, it's the number of minutes that the condition must be maintained before the alarm is in firing state. For this trigger alert, meaning if the CPU utilization for database is more than 60, in between 60 and 80 for 15 minutes, and then it will fire up the alert. Okay. And then we can set the severity to critical. You can even put a customized message like, hey, whenever this alarm gets triggered, the email notification will say, hi, database CPU usage alert for the summary. Then after we have defined the metric dimensions, next is to select a target, which is the notifications that we have created, and choosing the specific notification topic, which is the my demo topic. All right, so once we have selected the target, which is our created notification topic, just need to enable the alarm and then save alarm. So now we'll see here our created database alarm, which is an alarm that will fire whenever the mean of the CPU utilization of our database is between the threshold of 60 and 80 with a trigger delay of 15 minutes. And then once that particular alert or threshold has been breached, and then you'll get a notification email telling you that, hey, you got a critical, and that you'll see the alarm summary here, in which the same metric that we have set, like your CPU utilization mean is in 60 and 80 with a trigger of 15 minutes. So that's how you create uh threshold alarms for database metrics and publish it through your created notification. Now let's move on. How do we create events rule and subscribe to a specific database service event types? So what are rules? So rules help us to define events or triggers to drill to information we wanted to know. And often customers wanted to understand things like maintenance, health, performance, and operational status of managed databases, critical activities, and changes happening within their database. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Services emit events, which are structured messages that indicate changes in resources, and so as the database cloud services. So database cloud services, it also emit events, and these events are grouped into called database service events, which can help you stay informed about your database cloud service. So after you have defined a rule, or you already selected the event type that you want to subscribe into, so the next thing that you need to define is the notification actions. Like, what's the action type? So it's telling the event rule what action does it want to do after the event has been triggered. You can choose from either sending a notification, it could be sending a notification email, use streams, or run a specific function. So if you created a function to automate something, like to automate the scaling up, then you can also call a function from the action type of the notification actions. The OCI events enables you to create automation based on the state changes of your resources throughout your tenancy. So now let's see how to create an event rule. So from your OCI console, so under your observability and management, under the event service, click on rules. And then in the rules, click create rule. In the create rule page, so you just need to give it a name. So for this example, we will be creating an event rule that we will be subscribing to for scalability. So this is an event rule for VM cluster and DB system scaling. Like if we scale OCPU for the VM cluster. In the rule conditions, under the condition, you just need to choose event type. And then under the service name, you just need to select database. And then for the event types, here are the some of the sample of the database service event types for Exadata database service and base database service. So here you can see that we have subscribed to Cloud VM cluster update begin and end, which for any changes like OCPU scale up, it's part of the VM cluster update. So that's considered a state change. So it will be able to you can subscribe to that emitted event that you can push to a notification email. So here are some of the samples. Like there's also an event type for Cloud VM cluster whenever you add virtual machine to your Cloud VM cluster. And then for base database service, if your DB system gets updated, so you also have the update begin and end. And then after you have choose the database event type that you want to subscribe to, you just to choose the actions. For the action type, we will be sending notification email. That's why under the action type, just need to select notifications. And then for the topic, we will just select the topic that we just have created. And once we have selected the action type and just just click on create rule. So once we have created the events rule, so you'll see the active status for the event rule, and then the scope and the rules that you have defined. Now, for the database service event types, so as you can see from the demo, like we've selected several event types for database cloud services. So for Exadata database service, so we will also be sharing the link to documentation. So we have here the full range of event types that you can subscribe into. So aside from the Cloud VM cluster, there's also other event types like DB node, databases, Exadata cloud infrastructure. So you can just browse through the documentation and see what other database service event types that you can subscribe into for your database cloud service. Then just to show you some more samples of event types, like for database node critical event type. So it's a type of it's an event type which covers events for resource utilization disk usage. So this is an event which it reports whenever the local disk space falls below 10%, your UO2, UO1, and then there are events also which triggered whenever there are disk issues, memory usage, like for huge pages, if it's 90% or more for the total VM memory. And there's also an event in which it will trigger a critical when the cluster ready service is detected to be down. Then there's also an event for scan listener up and down. And then there are also list of critical event types for database whenever your listener is up and down, or whether a container database is up and down, backup failures, and for disk group usage, like when an ASM disk group reaches space usage of 90% or higher. Let's see on how we can create automated notification for scalability. So what if I want to get notified when I scale up my OCPU for my VM cluster? So same flow. So on your rule conditions, I just need to choose the event type and database for the service name, and then make sure that you have added the cloud VM cluster update begin and update end event type. So once you have added the event types, so you created the event rule. So now let's now test the events that we have created. So here we're testing the OCPU scale event, in which we're using CLI. Again, CLI provides the same functionality as the console, and that we're using the OCI Cloud Shell, which has the pre-installed OCI CLI. So here we're just scaling up the OCPU core count to 6 OCPU. So after we have run the command, you'll see that the live state is changed to updating, and then of course an update cluster begin event will be triggered, and that you'll be getting a notification email. So one is for the update cloud VM cluster begin, which shows you a live state of updating, and then you'll see the current core count. And then after you have successfully scaled up the OCPU, you'll get another notification email. This time it's for the update cloud VM cluster end with a life cycle state of available, and then the new core count of 6. Then it's the same thing with creating notification for patching events. Like if, I mean, again, same rule that will apply. So you just make sure that you have added the cloud VM cluster update begin and update end. So on your VM cluster, let's say if you decided to update or patch the grid infrastructure, like your VM cluster, for example, is running on 19.20 and you wanted to patch it, the GI, to 19.21. So after you have applied the patch, then it will trigger an event for the update cluster begin. which shows you the life cycle state of updating and show you the current GI version of 19.20. And after the patch has been completed, you'll get another notification for update Cloud VM cluster end with the lifecycle state of available, showing you the new GI version of 19.21. So that's how you create notifications for scalability and patching. So this time, using the same notification mechanism that we just created, we will be subscribing to announcements notifications. What are console announcements? So console announcements communicate the important information about the service status. And you can also view a list of ongoing and past announcements on your console. And that you can subscribe to all announcements or selected announcements. Like you can choose which particular OCI service you want to receive the announcements. Then we also have different types of announcements. Like announcements belong to different categories. Like you can see from the announcements prefix. So at a glance, you'll see the type and the relatively severity of the relative severity of the information, whether there's anything that you need to do for that kind of announcement. So some of the sample announcement types are like required action, which tells you the specific action that you need to take within your environment. Recommended actions, like if there's any specific action that you need to take within your environment, but the action is not required. You also have scheduled maintenance, which tells you the time and the period during which planned maintenance activities will be performed on your environment. You also have information, plan change. So plan change is just telling you the time period during which a planned change associated with your environment will take place. And then emergency change, then you'll get some announcement also with plan change completed, emergency maintenance completed, and many more. So for the announcements, so subscribing to announcements, so on your console, so you'll see their governance and administration. So click on that one, and then under account management, click on the announcements. So from the announcements page, just click on subscription, then click create announcement subscription. Then here, you just need to give it a name, description, and then you can choose a subscription type. So if you just wanted to subscribe to specific service announcement, then you just need to select selected announcements only, and then for the filter, select the service, and then for the value, you can select the different services for database cloud services, such as Oracle-based database cloud service, Oracle Exadata database service on dedicated infrastructure, and Oracle database service on cloud at customer. So once you have selected the service type for the announcement that you want to subscribe to, so next is to select a notifications topic, which again, we can choose the notification topics that we just created a while ago, the my demo topic, which any announcement that will be sent to that subscriber email that we have enrolled on our previous sample. So after you have created the subscription to the announcements, you'll see the announcement service, and then you'll see that the status is active. Now, how to view the announcement. So from your console on the same announcements page, if you click on announcements, you'll see the ongoing and past announcements for your tenancy grouped into the different announcement types by tab. Okay, then last is a sample on resource utilization. So for resource utilization, you can also create notification for budget planning notification. So you can create a notification for a monthly threshold that you can define on your OCI spend. So this could be based on compartment, or it could be based on cost tracking tags for your environment. And that you can define customized email alerts that get sent out for your budget. So here in the create budget, you'll see here that you can create a budget alert rule, which you can define a threshold metric of the actual spend and forecast spend. And then once that thresholds get hit, and then this is the sample notification that you'll be getting. Like, okay, hey, like this guy, Mr. Leo, is getting like a monthly budget notification that you're already reaching the forecasted budget. Like this guy keeps on provisioning environments for his demo. Okay. And that alerts are evaluated every 15 minutes. And aside from the notifications budget email, you also have your cost analysis report. So under the cost management, if you go to cost analysis, so here you'll see a view that provides insights on how your resources are being utilized. So this will help you make decision on how you can enhance performance and control cost, and of course ensure the overall health of your cloud infrastructure. So here you can see that the for the resource utilization, like the patterns based on workload demands, like during peak usage periods, like you are utilizing more resources to handle increased traffic and processing needs. And then for the reports, you can also configure to create scheduled reports, which it will just if you want to run the cost analysis reports for a certain period of time repeatedly. That's all what we have for creating alerts, event rules, and how you can create notifications for scaling, patching, and also resource utilization.
Leo, that was an awesome job. Hopefully, all of you guys found it very easy and familiar, right? Whether we were doing alerts or we were doing events, right? The ability to configure notifications and have them sent to what you needed, where you needed it, to just in the method that you needed it, right? It's very simple to do. This way you can stay informed as others are working in your environment. You can stay informed on how your environment's performing, how you're doing on your utilization, how you're doing on your budget, right? You can always be informed on the state of your resources while others might be performing maintenance on them. So it's a great way to just stay connected and to also block out noise. Notice that he was able to filter notifications just to the messages that he cared about. So it's not just about being able to get all the messages, but just getting the ones that you really care about so you can take action on them. So at this point, we'll open the floor. If there are any questions. I didn't really see any in chat as we were going, but we'll kind of pause here, Leo, and just give folks a minute to ask questions. But you did a really great job at laying that out. So if you have any questions, just drop them in chat, and Leo and I will pick them up and ask and answer them here.
Yep.
Okay, well, I don't really see anything, so it means you did a really great job. So why don't you take us home, Leo, and just tell folks how they can connect with us, and we'll prepare for the next month's session.
Yeah. So where can I find available, more collaterals for the Exadata database service? So we have our public Slack workspace. So you can join our public Slack workspace. It's Exadata-database-service. This is where we upload all our Tech Talk series, like replays and upcoming Tech Talks. This is we also uploaded here some of our get started guides, how-to demos, and feature blogs. And we also have workshops in Live Lab. So if you search Exadata database service or base database service, so you will see the Live Labs workshops and sprints. developed for database cloud services. So how you can join the Slack channel? So here's the join link. So after you click on the join link, you just need to log in with your email that's associated with your Slack. Then you need to check email and set up your 2FA, and that's it. So welcome to our workspace.
All right, thank you for that, Leo. And with that, we'll wrap up this session. Thank you all. Again, my name is Eddie Ambler, and my co-host is.
And I'm Leo Alvarado.
Until we see you next month. Thanks again.